Good morning, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Soulfully Aligned Women Monday morning. It is the end of April. We are on a new day, a new week, and almost a new month. So, beautiful gateways. So, good morning. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you who always come here and hang out with me on Monday mornings. I am so grateful for you. You get my week going. You bring your energy in. Even if you watch this later, you are bringing your energy in and it is making a difference. Um, yeah, people are just coming in now. Hello. And I do, hi, Kelly. I was just saying how grateful I am for everybody here on Monday mornings. And I also want to say, oh, those of you that are sending stars and messages, thank you, thank you. I'm still learning about what those stars are. That kind of automatically comes up on my feed, saying, "Oh, send me stars." And but at this point, I'm not getting paid for stars at all. But I so appreciate you doing that. I think if I don't know how the stars work, but I think you actually have to purchase them and then give them to your favorite people on your favorite people that you follow. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. So good to see you, Kelly. Thank you for being here. And thank you to those of you on Facebook that I can't see. It's crazy Facebook. Okay. All right. Hello and welcome. It is a beautiful day here after lots of snow and windstorms. And so it is very nice to, it's that feeling of, oh, we made it through, kind of like coming through the winter, right? Hi, Nancy. Thank you for being here. Um, so, so much is happening and moving forward in Soulfully Aligned Women, and the ways that I can serve you and help you move forward in your business. And that's my passion. I absolutely love helping women learn how to, you know, prosper, to move into their prosperity and success, whatever that looks like. Each of us are our own unique being, and prosperity looks different to all of us. And my passion is helping you get there to your prosperity through, and we do it through inner coherence, through soul coherence, deepening into our soul, through embodying it, regulating that nervous system, embodying it through creative art, and then scaling and rising up. That's what we're here to do. And we know that as we do this, as we scale and expand and grow, we are changing the world. We are bringing more light forth. And what I want to do is just kind of name something today for Soulfully Aligned Women. Because, I believe changes when everything changes when we get super clear and we can name it. And when we get into clarity, that is absolutely when prosperity starts becoming magnetized to us. So at Soulfully Aligned Women, we are no longer tolerating self abandonment. We've been talking about self abandonment over the last several weeks. We've been talking about inner coherence over the last several months. We've been talking about soul coherence forever. I just gave it that name because that's what it's about. And that's the name of my book that I'm writing right now, Soul Coherence. And the book writing has really helped me get super clear on everything. It's been a beautiful blessing. But not tolerating self abandonment means that we no longer will do the hustle based success. We no longer will, fake a high vibe manifestation. That is not what's happening here. We no longer, let me see, use strategy without embodiment. We no longer will override ourselves in order for success to find us because it's not worth it. And we know that. We know that we've done that for far too long. And I know that all the women here that I've worked with have come to a point in their life where they're like, you know, that's not what I want anymore. I want prosperity, yes. I want abundance. I want to spread my light my way. And that's what it's about. And you absolutely get to have the level of prosperity that you desire doing it your way. And that's what we do. You know, we're not pushing through exhaustion anymore. I did that for far too long. I created a lifestyle that looked successful and was financially safe. Um, but I was exhausted. I was so burnt out. How many times do we have to go through burnout before we realize something's got to shift? And inner coherence, the work with inner coherence, is the change, because prosperity isn't just a strategy or an effort, it's created through inner coherence. The true deep prosperity of living your life through your heart, doing what you love, being passionate about it, excited for every day, living life on the creative edge, that is prosperity. It's not just going to a job and making that amount of money that you need in order to survive and save for retirement. That's not living. And we at Soulfully Aligned Women do not tolerate that anymore in our lives. And it's a choice that we each make to move forward and step forward. So, inner coherence brings us into, you know, when our body is feeling safe again, when our heart is open and soft, and our mind is not um, overriding our truth of who we are, that we actually get to create days where we have time to breathe, we have time to reflect, we have time to take care of ourselves and nurture ourselves before we give out to the world. That's what inner coherence is. And it's when your energy is no longer in conflict and when your body feels safe and calm. And when we move into, when you are in coherence, you don't have to force clarity, you don't have to chase after answers. It comes to you, it comes through you, through the mystic part of yourself. You hear yourself, you hear that inner intuition, and your decisions become clearer, you become more magnetic, everything starts to flow. You step into that beautiful flowing current, and you are no longer doing it by yourself. You're supported by the universe and the forces that are there, because this whole life is a co-creation. This whole life is about being a soul led, soul first. This whole year, this is a 10 year. And we have to remember that this year is about being soul led. It's about allowing that creative force within you to move you forward, not in franticness and needs and wants and running from fears, but in coming through your path, your most desired path. And sometimes that takes a little shuffling around in your life in order for you to get into that flow, but it is so worth it. And that shuffling around, it needs to happen. It needs to happen. I created a signature framework around this. And that's what I want to name today. It is the Soulfully Aligned Prosperity Method. Because over and over and over, I've seen that prosperity doesn't come from doing more, it actually comes from alignment within you first. And yes, we do have to do, we've got to step up and do, but we do it in a way that's effortless because it feels so aligned and it is exciting. And we're excited to bring that forward. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to do this. And sometimes a little nervous because we're moving to the edge of our current identity and stepping into something new, but it feels good. You feel alive. That's what the Soulfully Aligned Prosperity Method brings you into. And so, the first thing we do in this method, in the framework, is we awaken. We awaken into our presence. We begin to see clearly. We see clearly where we've been disconnected with ourselves, where we've been overriding our truth, where we've been self abandoning, and how that's been shaping our decisions rather than moving into that soul led. So then we come into alignment. We come back into inner coherence and we regulate our energy. We regulate in our body. We reconnect to the body and we begin to feel safe in our expansion, in our movement forward. And there has to be this four-step method, because if you try to leapfrog into the last step, you're just going to keep collapsing back. And that's why when we do have success and expand, if we haven't regulated, if we haven't come into inner coherence and soul coherence first, then it will probably not last long. Eventually it's going to collapse again. So we create from inner coherence and soul coherence. That's where we create from. That's step 3. And you begin creating your life, your work, not from pressure and not, but, coming back to that guidance and that alignment. And so the first part, the first 3 steps, there's a lot to do in there sometimes. Some people come in and go, oh, I get it. Yes. I just need to tweak this and this and this. And they move forward. And that's why it looks like it happens really quickly for them. And other people have a few things to take care of first, a few awarenesses that have been there their entire life. And that's okay, because it's a journey. We're all on the journey together. And it's beautiful reminders. Oh my gosh, Felicia, hello. You're in St. Martin. My goodness. I hope that you're there getting lots of love with your family. So the first 3 steps are to awaken, align, and then create. And we create through the painting process. That's what we do. It's because it's another way to embody. For those of us that are creatives, we're embodying all of what we're learning through the creative process. That's what I do in Mystic Prosperity that's coming up. It is all my programs are this framework, just with focuses in different areas. So these 6-week programs that I am doing are very similar. So we're doing all of this work to come back into our alignment and our inner coherence and align into our soul and create from there. But we bring a focus of different aspects in. So we started with inner coherence in January, and then we went into living the art of inner coherence, or the art of living inner coherence. And we still focused on that inner coherence. And then we moved into joy, the abundant joy path to prosperity. And that program is still running, and it's been such a blessing, because what it's doing is bringing our focus into more joy while we're doing this process. And now Mystic Prosperity is coming up, and we're going to really bring that focus in to that intuition and that connection and that trust into that higher alignment. And so that's a 6-week program coming out, starts next week. But the 4th step then, once we do all of this, is that then we expand. We expand and we scale in joy. And we know when we're off track because we've been practicing it in these 6-week programs. We've been practicing it. So that's, like I said, if you try to jump straight into creating and expanding without ever stabilizing in awareness and alignment, that's when patterns repeat. That's when we start circling and circling and circling and not really moving forward. Nothing's changing. Nothing's changing because we're continuing to circle in this one place. It's like being on the treadmill or being on the merry-go-round. And it's just, we think we're doing things differently, but we're still in the same place and we haven't expanded and moved out into that new leading edge of creation because we're stuck in these patterns. And that's where all this work helps bring light into that, helps us become more aware of, like, you get those beautiful aha moments of like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, now I see what fear was there, because we release the fear frequencies through the beginnings, through the inner coherence work. That's what we're doing. We're like, hey, it always reminds me of Dumbledore when he was pulling those memories from his mind and dropping them in the cauldron, and he would just point his wand to his head and it would like slide out and then drop into the cauldron. That's what it reminds me of when we do that with the fear frequencies. We're like pulling them out of our body, dropping them away, and that creates more space in our body for more light, for more creation. And it's the lightness of being is what it is. That's where joy rises up because we've created the space. Joy is always there. It's kind of hidden down underneath all of these fears and blankets that we've thrown on ourselves. This is another reason why growth can feel inconsistent, is because we try to leap forward, expand, and create, but we still have some work to do, some fears to pull out. But when we begin that foundation, everything changes. Like when we set that foundation and make it strong and stable, the energy is clean and clear, and it takes time. And that's why these 6-week programs, I keep going through them and giving them a different angle every time, because we come at it from a different angle, different perspective, we start to see it in a different way. It'll show up. The After the 6-week programs, I also have the Creative Mystic, which is a 6-month program where we go really deep in. This is for the women that really want to bring this work forward, because what we do is we go deep into our soul journey, our own personal soul journey. We also go into the mystic within us, the intuition, the psychic abilities rising up, and we really talk about what those are, what they mean, how they can come through, and we practice them because we want to enhance that communication with our higher wisdom. And then we create the energetic foundation for your business. So it's for the women that really want to move their gifts forward. But what I have coming that I'm so excited about is the portal, which is going to be a year-long experience in the Soulfully Aligned Women programs. So when you come into the portal, it's a mastermind program, and it is for the women that really, really want to start living this way, that really want to put themselves into the room with other women who are expanding and growing, who are, focused on this work and really want to create a high level of prosperity in their life. And they also know that being in that room is what they need. Being in the container with these other women in this high level mastermind is what is going to truly help them shift and grow on a continuous basis. Because, we can have these great epiphanies and awarenesses, and they happen in a moment, but it's the transformation happens when we stay in the frequency and we stay in the room, we stay in the container. And the beautiful thing of this portal that's coming up, if you join Mystic Prosperity, my 6-week program, you can use that amount of money towards the portal. So we will deduct that off of your portal amount. And also, if you decide that, oh, I want the portal, you're also going to automatically get the Creative Mystic um, the 6 month program in the portal. In fact, in the portal, you get everything. Everything. You get all my programs. I am going to make them available to you. I am going to put the majority of them will be on the app that you will have full access to the sanctuary, reclaim your radiance, soulfully aligned and rich, medicine woman, all of them in the portal. And you have access for the full year, and you also get the mastermind. And something else that's coming through is that you get to have, we are going to create your own personal, unique path to prosperity, your money path for you using your unique information. So everybody's path to prosperity is different, and there are different ways to get there. But we are going to be creating your unique path. And I have a beautiful way of doing that with astrology and human design. And we're going to bring it all together so that you get your own energetic blueprint of your best path to prosperity, your best money path, we'll say. We'll call it your money path. Okay. But what I wanted to mostly, talk about today is the importance of that inner coherence, the awareness, the inner coherence, the alignment. And what that's doing is bringing you back into the truth of who you are, the version of you that is totally aligned with your soul, like who your soul is. And this is a journey that is ongoing. It never ends. It's an ongoing. So people come in and then they might go and they might come back going, "Oh, I've kind of gone off track again," and that's okay. That's why I'm here, is to keep helping you come back into that soul coherence and expand and scale in your business, in your life. And that's what we're doing. And so I wanted to name that, and I wanted to bring that forward, the Soulfully Aligned Prosperity Method. You're going to see that. You're going to see the framework. You're going to see what we do more often, because we don't just regulate here. We recode the body to receive wealth. That's what we're doing. We're recoding our body to receive prosperity, to rise up into the most expanded, most beautiful, most creative, most alive, most joy filled version of who we are. You know, I used to allow my age to kind of slow me down. It was getting in the way for the last couple of years because, I turned 60 and I was like, oh, all these people out there that are out there doing this, they're like in their 30s and 40s, and how much, like, is time running out? I was really getting into that scarcity. And I know it's not. I know 60 is like young yet. And it just started niggling away there until I really became aware of it and went, oh my goodness, I am not going to let that fear of running out of time get in the way of what I am creating here. Right now, today, I am strong, I'm healthy, I am creative, and I want to live my life this way, giving and coaching and creating paintings and having retreats. And which reminds me, our retreat this summer still has available places in it, Mystics in the Mountains. So if you want more info on that, make sure you reach out. I haven't been posting much about it. I'm going to have to do that. So sometimes these fears niggle in, and it takes us a lot. It's there for a long time before we realize what's going on. And that's where being in a room, a container, a mastermind really helps us unpack that quickly so that we quantum leap. We can live, you know, 10 lifetimes in one life or more, because we can leap past that. That would, in the past, take us, months or years to become aware of. Now we could move through them weekly. We could just like, I see what's What's getting in the way this week? Okay, let's clean that up. Let's become aware of that. Let's heal that. Let's love ourselves more. And really, it is all about feeling worthy enough to live the life that you desire to live. It's that worthiness again. And all through the years of my coaching, I've seen that come up over and over. How do I feel more worthy? It's like, okay, now I have the framework for you. And I'm so excited about that. All right, so let's, I talked for so long. Let's do our quick little meditation to get our week going. And then I'm going to pull a card for you. I still have last week's card up, Stargazer. So I'm going to put it here so I don't forget. I'm going to invite you to settle in and get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take in some nice, long, slow, deep breaths, breathing in through your nose. Nice and deep, and then a nice big sigh, letting it go. Do that again at least 3 times at your own pace, breathing in your nose. Letting that air come all the way down to the bottom of your chakras, like your root chakra. Bring that air in, let it swoosh through, releasing it out, and just cleansing and clearing with each breath. Come into this space, letting the world around you just fall away. Breathing in deeply and letting go. And when you're ready, come back to your normal breathing pattern. Bring your awareness into your heart space. And we're going to really feel into our body today, into our heart. Notice what's there. Notice how your body is feeling. Is it feeling light and fresh? Or is there some heaviness, some tiredness? No being critical or judging, just awareness. Feeling right down through your whole body, right down to your fingertips, as if your sensation, all the sensations within you, you're feeling those sensations right up to your fingertips, right down to your toes, like all through you. Your heart, your stomach, your hips, your head. Do you feel pressure anywhere? Your ears, or the ringing in your ears? Mine have been ringing constantly for months. And just allow that light to move around within you, feeling and noticing. Awareness, like bringing your full awareness to a small child, checking them out, making sure everything is okay. Noticing where there needs to be more love. Noticing where there needs to be more gentleness. Noticing what has been ignored for far too long. Once you've done that scan, come back to your heart and notice how your heart is feeling. Is there an ache there? Are there any needs in your heart? Is it hurting anywhere? Is it feeling neglected? Feeling unnoticed or ignored? That comes up when we notice that other people maybe are ignoring us or taking advantage of us. And really, what it is the love in our own heart has been choked off a little bit. So let's bring some of that love into our heart. I just want you to breathe there. Notice a light in your heart. Breathe into your heart and release. Soft and calm. Just holding your heart in your awareness. Nothing to change. Just be there. And the first thing we need to do is let our heart align with the heart of Mother Earth. So we're going to see a beautiful channel of light that moves from your heart down through your body, down into the earth, right down to the heart of Mother Earth. Breathe into her. She is so happy to see you. Imagine her like a beautiful grandmother, mother energy, welcoming you into her arms. She gives and gives and gives, and when you turn your love to her, you fill her up, and she is so grateful for you. She just wants to love up on you, take care of you, wrap you in a blanket, give you some warm soup, put you in front of a warm fire, let you fill yourself up here, nurtured, supported. And doesn't that feel good to have someone or some energy like just pouring into you? This is why she's here with us. She supports us. She gives us everything, everything we need, all our resources, all our medicine, our food, our shelter. She takes care of us. So let yourself receive from her. Let her help you heal those deep wounds. Know that you are completely loved and supported here. And this is very powerful, especially for those of us that maybe didn't have that parental love or were missing parts of it, felt judged and criticized. This is a beautiful, nurturing mother energy, grandmother energy. Non-judgmental, loves you no matter what you do, fills you up, tells you you've got this. You're beautiful. Go do it, my love. And so let that beautiful support come up into your heart. I really feel that a lot of you need that right now. That beautiful support coming up into your body. Breathe it up. She's pouring it up into you like a beautiful volcano of energy, or almost like you're standing over a vent and it's blowing up into you, filling your body. Breathe it in, breathe it into your heart, breathe it into your bones, breathe it into your blood. your cells, into your mind, and feel the support there. And as we feel stronger and more stable with that beautiful grounded energies, and right now it's really important to be getting out in nature as much as possible, no matter where you are in the world. We still have snow on the ground here, and get out there and be in the element of earth, be in her elements, be in her wind, be in the sun, be on the land, touch the trees, the rocks, the soil. And now, with that beautiful stabilizing energy, come back to your heart. Let yourself open up. See a beautiful channel of light moving up through the top of your head, where we rise up to meet the highest source light, the source of all this life flow energy, this life force, this beautiful essence of life that is in everything and all around you and in you. We're going to open that channel to allow more in, to allow that support and that grace to fill you up, to come down with your highest wisdom, the guidance, the inspiration. Let it flow down like a waterfall of light into your heart. Breathe it in. Let it come through and cleanse away anything heavy, old energies, old wounds, old illnesses. Let it flow through your entire body. And as it flows right down like a river flowing down to the heart of Mother Earth, taking all of that old with it, and where Mother Earth cleanses it, transforms it back into the light. She receives it openly from you. She encourages it. And this beautiful light, flow of light comes through, cleansing, clearing. And see it flowing all around you like a beautiful blanket of energy. Beautiful. And as this happens, you feel fresh and cleansed, like you just had the most incredible shower. After not having a shower in days, you just feel so good, so light, fresh and new, like a newborn baby. And I just want you to stand in this channel of light between the heart of the universe, your heart, and the heart of Mother Earth. You are standing in this column of light, receiving. This is where your strength, your power, your love, and your worth begin. It is not in receiving from anyone else, no one else's permission, no one else's validation. It is right here. Because when you seek validation externally from other people, when you seek love, when you ask them to prove that they love you, you are pulling on their energy. Like being an energy vampire, they say. Yeah, it's like, no, come back here. This abundance flowing in from above, there's no need to look anywhere else. Let it fill you up. See it flowing through. all of your meridians, all of your chakras, all through your veins, through the oxygen in the air that you breathe into your lungs and it moves through your body. This love, acceptance, wisdom, your empowerment is right here. And this is what everyone needs to be doing. Imagine a world where everyone stood in their channel of light, in their abundance, in their empowerment. There'd be no need to push and pull everyone else, to prove, to take from anyone, to overgive to anyone. That is not your role here as a soul on this planet. You came here for your own soul path. It was not to give and give and give until you had nothing left. When we stand in this light, in this power, and we fill up, it just exudes from us naturally and gives to those who need a little extra to help them get on the path to their channel of light. You're never meant to carry them. And this message needs to be emphasized. You are never meant to carry anyone else. Be a guide, be a lighthouse. Fill up your light first. Fill up your energy first. Feel the empowerment here, the strength, the grounded, solid support, the vitality. And bring your awareness into where you most need that light right now, today. Pour that light in and let it flow there. Beautiful. We leave this with you. Take this message with you. Take some big, long, deep breaths again here as we are going to bring ourselves back into this space. Begin to stretch. Move your fingers and toes. When you're ready, come on back and open your eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the beautiful guidance. Thank you for all of your energy here. What a beautiful way to begin our day, our week. And I really felt like there's a lot of emotion there for a lot of people, and maybe you listening here, but there's a lot of heartache going on and a lot of questioning and seeking externally. We know this, and it is important to keep coming back and healing that heart within you. I'm going to pull a card for us for today. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for still being here, Kelly. And I know this one's going really long, but it just feels like it's very needed. Oh, you're so welcome, Delmaine. You needed that today, too. I think I did, too. I did, too. So I love you guys. Thank you. Let's see if there's any further messages for us here today that we need to be aware of. And the card that came out is the wise one. Grow within your current situation. So the wise one, oh, she's a beautiful older woman. She's in her crone years. She's lived life. She's seen the cycle of life. She's seen the birth. She's experienced the birth. She's grown through her maidenhood and into the crone years. She sees how life cycles. And so if you are going through something right now that is very difficult, this message is that, you know, use it to grow. This is happening for you. Of course, we know this. This is happening for us to become our bigger self. But know that this too shall pass, that everything passes. This is a season, this is a moment, and it will move and cycle into something new very soon. But make sure that you are reaping the gold from it. Pull as much gold out of it as you can. This is the time when we grow the most, is through our current situations. That's when we evolve and grow into new awarenesses, new awakenings. And when you look at, well, how is this happening for me, we can see it from a new lens with more clarity. All right. So I leave that with you today. And I truly hope that you will come into Mystic Prosperity. I'll put the link in the show notes. So if you're watching this later, you can see it, or you can check out the link on my link tree in my bio on Instagram. The link wasn't working before. I had forgot to like actually publish the link, so it is working now. You can go in and take a look at it. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you for your beautiful energy. And hopefully, Facebook was working okay. It looked a little glitchy, but I love you. Thank you. And I will see. Let me see this week. I will see uh, the Abundant Joy Path group. We are meeting tomorrow for our fifth, no, our sixth class together, 6 of 8. The we're doing some of our painting together, shamanic painting with the Creative Mystics, and the Prosperity Shift is at new for the VIPs. So hopefully you got the first 3 sessions that were for free for everyone, and you enjoyed those first 3 sessions where we talked all about success without abandonment. If you want to come into the VIP, you still can, and you will get the recordings of those 3. Plus, you'll be invited to join us tomorrow and Thursday for we go in even deeper. We have our Telegram app where there's even more messages in there for you from me, different things to contemplate each day. So, yeah, just reach out if you want that link. Okay. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day and week, and I will see you next week, if not before.